Alright everybody, welcome to the second episode of TGOTR On the Move. And we got some bicycles, the new vehicle for this series. We got a nice little bit of a lawnmower there. And over on this table we got Harley parts. We got a girl blocking my way. Get out of my way. Get out of my way still. Harley parts. If you ever want to build a motorcycle, sometimes yard sales are the places to go. What do we have here? Star Trek Lives? Now this is actually a set of novels that are set after the original series. And I've been looking for the set for quite a while. I believe there's only 6 of them. And there were 6 in the pack. I know I said there was missing 1. But it was kind of a neat find, and of course I picked them up. And here we are at another yard sale. Looks kind of skimpy, but you never know what you can find at ones like this. And it's mostly girl stuff. Yep, mostly girl stuff. Ooh, I see stuffed animals, and I see a CRT TV, but this one didn't have the hookups I was looking for. Hello, kitty. Well, over here, they had a pretty small selection of books. Nothing really of merit that I was looking for, my girlfriend was looking for. But they did have a nice little skunk plushie right here. But problem is, it smelled like skunk. Oh no. Puzzles? Really tattered books? Is all we're gonna find today? This doesn't seem like a very good thing. I did find a nice condition set of World of Warcraft and 1 expansion, but I just left it there. Now this was interesting in here. This box right here, little portable TV with a built-in CD player. It was really nasty yellow, and I didn't have a way to test it. And sadly, it didn't have any external hookups on the back. I was looking for that. That would have been really nice to have. And I don't even think it had a power plug. Are you calling me an idiot? Now, the guy on this book is really becoming a lizard. And this guy better watch out for dentists.
Look, I'm a beautiful butterfly!
Now this one's actually kind of interesting. This is a bootleg DVD pack of just Matt Damon movies. You know it's a bootleg because pretty much all these movies are owned by a bunch of different companies, and it's like 23 movies on 5 DVDs. That's just not something you see legitimately. Right here you got something pretty interesting. These are Tandy branded Radio Shack electronic toys. Probably from the early 80s. I don't know if they work at this point. I did pick them up, but I have yet to test them out. They also had this Tiger electronic game here. I didn't pick it up because it looked a little worse for the wear. I guess sandwich makers are always useful. While perusing the VHS tapes, I found this weird copy of Arabian Nights. This is like a TV movie version of the old book. Yeah, it looked interesting, but I didn't grab it. But they did have this nice copy of Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton. This little forgotten family flick. It's a little different. I remember watching it as a kid. But, you know, I'm looking through the VHS box just cause. Help! I'm in a cage! Let me out! Let me out of here! Let me out! Oh yeah. They did have this nice Ren and Stimpy hat, but it was too small for my head. Even after adjusting it, it was still too small, so I didn't get it. You might want to be careful about holding stuff, because this might happen. Sorry. Shit went everywhere. Now this is interesting. Most of the people who like them can't read. Oh, that's nice. They did have some Xbox 360 games, but the problem is I had most of them that I was interested in, and they were just way too overpriced for what I want to pay for them. But what I did find is this little Wayside Stories book. I used to read this book all the time as a kid, and it kind of brought back some nice, fun little memories. I believe Da Vinci's Code is up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Oh wait, that's Konami. My bad. Do 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 do. Wait a minute, what did that car say? Oh, Salt Life. Oh, I thought it said something else. Hey look, Big Mama's in the house. And over here, I spelled an Xbox game. Yeah, I did find Outlaw Volleyball. It's a fun little volleyball game. For $1, I couldn't pass it up. You want this cake? If you ever wanted to walk a mile in someone's shoes, this would be the way to do it. For here is a small little portable LCD HD TV. It's a really old model, but it's got HDMI, it's got VGA component, composite, and S-video. It's really small, you just store it away. And it doesn't come over here is a small little portable LCD HD TV. It's a really old model, but it's got HDMI, it's got VGA component, composite, and S-video. And it's really small, you just store it away. And it doesn't come with built-in speakers for some reason. You have to hook up PC style speakers. But they wanted $5 for it. I gave them $3 and they took it. Now this is more my style. We got a whole bunch of classic Xbox games right here, and a box full of Harry Potter's games for the PC. And the discs looked fine and all that. I didn't end up picking them up because I got them on consoles. But right here, this is the main attraction right here. Well, there's one 360 game, Fable 2. You got Godfather the game, already got that on PS2. Grand Theft Auto 3, got that on PS2. Doom 3, already got the collector's edition on Xbox. Fable 1, my disc is still good. And Dead to Rights, which I don't care about. I feel really bad for some people, like the ones that bought these DJ Hero collector's packs. I mean, they probably spent a crap ton of money when they were new, and now they can't even get rid of them. Can't even give them away. Now this is what I'm always looking for on CRTs. Component inputs. Component inputs allow you to input RGB through a transcoder, so I find it quite useful. Quite useful when you're an American with no access to an RGB monitor. I don't know if you see it anywhere else, but around here you see this a lot. Basically, people get a shitload of coupons, get a shitload of this stuff, and then sell it at yard sales and flea markets. I'm a little uncomfortable buying this kind of stuff because you never know what the people did to it and stuff like that. Hey, Peroxide. Someone's a fan of this Christmas. I was almost tempted to pick this up, Farming Simulator 2011. It's like Harvest Moon without all the questing and all the other stuff that makes Harvest Moon good. Look what I found! Copy of Sword in the Stone on tape. This was one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid, and I was almost tempted to pick it up. Is it out on Blu-ray yet? Okay. Oh, look, more car repair manuals. Of course, not for what I'm driving at the moment. Why can't I ever find the one that I'm looking for? Probably when my car dies is when I'll find it. Carry your books, I will, yes? It was around this time that the battery on my glasses decided to die, and I lost a lot of footage. I found an Atari 2600 Darth Vader edition. It said make offer, I gave them $10 for it, they took it. But it's a bit broken. It does work, but it needs a new switch. I've got that ordered. It's coming in the mail soon. So, yeah, I'll probably make a video of me fixing that. And I also have an S-Video mod board coming. It should be coming very soon, so watch out for that. After recharging my camera glasses, I decided to go up to Jackson, peruse some of the Goodwills they have in the area up there. I've never been to any of these, so let's see what we can find. Here's something I'll see every day. This is a Korean Wii Fit balance board. Don't know if it had the game in it or not, but this was interesting. Perusing the back wall, I came across these. Some high-density 3.5-inch floppy disks. You know I grabbed them. Why does everything have to be so high-priced here? All this furniture. Oh, okay, that coffee table looks okay. Now this was weird. This was like an off-brand version of Kinects. Not knowing if it had all the pieces, I passed it up. Around the corner here, behind the records, I find some tapes. But under those, some CDs. Now, there were PC games mixed in here. We found Army Men 2 right here. Army Men 1 was grabbed earlier. And I also found Red Baron 2 and Sim Town. Something I've been looking for a little bit. Also Toy Story 2. I've got the PS1 version of this, but figured grab the PC version. And Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Ooh, these are some pretty good picks here. What else can I find in here? Oh, Sandwich Maker. Oh, all activities monitored by camera? Well, same here, buddy. At this next Goodwill location, you know what I find first off? Some cheap keyboards and a VHS rewinder. Not a good sign yet. Going through the board games, I found this Famiclone console right here. It's basically a Famicom in a smaller case, and it's got a whole bunch of really crappy games built in. But there's probably a lot of licensed games built in too, so it might have been a good pickup.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Now this was weird. This is a Japanese copy of Ju-On 2, The Grudge. It wasn't Region 1, so I didn't grab it. I did find a copy of WrestleMania the arcade game for the PS1. I used to play this all the time on the Genesis. Time to see what the PS1 version's about. They also had a copy of SimCity 3000 for the PC, but without the CD key, it was useless. Going through the tapes, I found a copy of Young Indiana Jones. If you don't know, this was a really bad kind of series when Steven Spielberg was trying to pull George Lucas and say that, hey, there's more stories that came before the originals, but it sucked. Now this was a cool find. This is From Here to Infinity, The Ultimate Voyage, hosted by Patrick Stewart. It was kind of a CGI kind of thing that showed you different universe things. I saw all the time on Star Trek tapes back in the 90s, but I didn't end up picking it up. The tape looked like it had mold on it. We found a place called St. Vincent's. It's a thrift store led by a local church, and didn't find a whole lot there except for some uninteresting housewares. That was until we found the back room area, where we found a copy of Neverwinter Nights 2. I've never played it, so I grabbed it. And then I also found a copy of Space Camp on VHS. I didn't grab it, but that was nice nostalgia right there. In the CD section, there were PC games out the wazoo. Mostly old DOS kind of stuff. Early Windows, late DOS. So in there, I found a shareware CD full of shareware games. I think this one had Jazz, Jackrabbit, and Duke Nukem 2. Sim Farm, and I've been looking for that. I've never played it before. And Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Another shareware CD-ROM. Praise be to Hubbard. Found this other place called High Scale Resale. This was a consignment shop, and yeah, High Scale wasn't really just the name. Everything in this place was freaking expensive. I found a DVD, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and they wanted $9 and it was missing a disc, so yeah, this wasn't really worth stopping at. At another St. Vincent's, I found a nice collection of VHS tapes, including Rockadoodle, Don Bluth. Not a really good movie, really. In fact, it's quite crap. But, you know, for every good movie he does like 10 bad ones, so yeah. Looking through the records, didn't really find anything of worth because, well, if you liked Engelbert Humperdinck, you might have found something nice. After spotting the game bin on the other side of the counter, I asked to look at them, and I found some interesting stuff. Found Title Legends here, but it didn't have the disc in it. In fact, most of the games didn't have the discs in them, so I just passed on the entire lot. And found a really weird Winter Olympics game. It was a Mega Drive game, and I don't know, man. I should have gotten it. Last stop, I went to this place called Game Go, and I've never been in here before, but it was really surprising. Out front, they had a bunch of PS2 games, and they were all pretty reasonably priced at $5, well, for the most part. Out of this group, I ended up just grabbing Spider the video game, something I've been looking at for quite a while. The PS2 games on the other side of the wall were actually pretty well priced as well. Nothing I was really interested in that I didn't have in here. Over on the other side, they had a whole bunch of game consoles. They're pretty well priced, usually at a flat rate of $50, but the Super Nintendo right here was $40. Now it was grossly yellowed, I mean really nasty. Here's what it looks like now. I gave it a couple days worth of retro brighting and this is what it looks like after. Looks a lot better if I must say. Found what looks to be a PS2 arcade stick. Now this is pretty interesting. I decided to play with it a little bit and yeah, it feels okay. But underneath there was a really weird thing called an Omni. I've never heard of this. It looks like an early 70s game console. But I didn't pick it up because I didn't know anything about it. In the one glass case, they had a Virtual Boy for more than I wanted to pay for it. And in the other one, they had Dizzy the Egg, which I would have got if I could see the price. Going through the loose Super Nintendo 64 cartridges, I found a copy of Quake 64, Blast Corps, and Pod Racer. And in the NES section, after checking for some Famicom pin things, I grabbed Legacy of the Wizard, which is something I've been looking for a while. Alright everybody, that was episode 2 of On The Go, and I hope you all liked it. If you want to see more of my kind of humor, I've got Final Fantasy VII links there. Right there is the playlist for it. And if you want to see episode 1, it's right there. So please like, comment, subscribe. I hear it's good for longevity and how well you perform in sex. So do it. Do it now.